As we reported last week, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine recently announced the state's return to its former slogan, the heart of it all.
That's right. Billboards and banners with the phrase are already up all over the state. You may have seen them and beyond. And here's a look at one right here in downtown Cleveland. So with all this renewed attention on the old catchphrase, naturally our very own Mike Polk Jr. has some thoughts on the situation.
Last week, Governor DeWine announced that after months of research and brainstorming to come up with a new state tourism slogan, they've decided to go back to an old favorite that we used from 1984 to 2001, Ohio, the heart of it all. Now, many of you might not have even been aware that heart of it all ever went away, but it did. Our slogan since 2015 has actually been, Ohio, find it here, though it was never really made clear what it was that we were looking for. But I guess we must have found it because that slogan is now over and we're going back to the heart thing. Now, coming up with a new state slogan that makes everybody happy can't be easy. I mean, how do you summarize effectively the philosophy of a diverse state of 12 million people, many with conflicting values? Well, apparently the key is that you don't even try to do that. Instead, you just bring back a familiar slogan that everyone's already used to because they've been hearing it and seeing it on coffee mugs since Hill Street Blues was on the air. Now, I'm not saying that returning to heart of it all was a bad move. I'm not saying it's a bad slogan. And I certainly don't ever want to know how much taxpayer money was spent on the outside marketing team that pitched our old slogan to us and sold us on it. It's best not to think about that. I mostly just want to know if any of the suggestions that I formally submitted via mail to the state were even considered, or whether the fix was in from the jump. Because frankly, I felt like a few of mine deserved some consideration. In fact, here, I'll share a few and let you be the judge. Ohio, the first line of defense against Canada. Ohio, moving's a big hassle, so just keep living here. Ohio, periodic home of LeBron James. Ohio, because your aunt lives here. Ohio, Iowa with a rock hall. Ohio, no longer a swing state, so the pressure's off. Ohio, welcome to cold Florida. Ohio, come take a gander at a real gerrymander. Ohio, pretty much 3 cities surrounded by soybeans. Ohio, anyone looks good standing next to West Virginia. Now, I obviously think those are all dynamite, but I acknowledge my bias, and I am no sore loser. Though I will point out that when your state has developed a bit of a reputation for being, at best, stuck in the past, and at worst, actively attempting to legislate its way back there, one could argue that it might behoove us to mix it up in our branding a little bit, rather than relying on the classics. But at the same time, there's a reason the Eagles still play Hotel California when they tour. Because people love the hits. Maybe
Well.
they didn't care for some of mine, and obviously needed some of the studio. And that's okay. That's what happens, you know. We go back to the old classic thing, and I'm actually okay with that. I want to make that clear. I do like this slogan. Of course, I just still have to poke.
We were the crossroads of America for a while. The thing that gets me is that it goes on everything.
Yes.
Every license plate, every broshure.
Yep.
Right.
Everything about Ohio.
Every like throw blanket at my aunt's house has one of those on it, pretty much. We're gonna see it everywhere. Refrigerator magnets. Get used to those.
Everywhere.
I just hope this doesn't go the way. This is my fear. I like going back to this. I like the nostalgia of it. Sure. You remember this? But I am worried that it might have the surge effect. Remember when we all wanted the soda surge back, so everybody demanded it, and then they gave it back, and we're like, ooh, this is kind of rough. But the idea itself was nice going back, and now I just hope it doesn't turn into a surge
Well,
thing.
it always, and I don't know about you, Matt, but you know, when I'm out with people from across the country or whatnot, you know, you have to kind of explain the whole it's like kind of hard.
Yeah, it's sort of shaped like a heart, not a real heart, but like the Valentine's type of heart.
You kind of like turn your head a little this way, and then that.
And then we also celebrate that we're the heart of it all because we're the middle of the country, which is, or that's what we claim. We're not at all, but
we're the crossroads of America. That was the other slogan, which actually I like that one.
It's like, but that sort of gives the vibe like you can pass through here.
Well, he's new. Let's ask him. What do you think?
I thought it was good, but I mean, you look at clothing, you look at names, you look at other things, and everything's going backwards right now. Like it's just retro is in.
We want to feel we want to go back to the past because we were comfortable there.
Well, being Clevelanders, I think we need to fire up some T-shirts on this bad boy.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what makes it legit. Mike Polk Jr. joining us live. Thank you.
Thank you.